Okay, so we've all done it. I've done it. You've done it. We've all gotten distracted by shiny fish here and there, right? So we've all seen some really great new flashy tool or strategy or gimmick or whatever that worked for somebody else. And you're like, you know what? I got to jump on that train. The whole mortgage industry is going to go there and I got to be first, right? And then you get involved in it, you forget your day to day, and then you get behind on the regular phone calls you make that were resulting in business. And you've spent all this time, and maybe you have the fancy tool, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. But a lot of the times when we get in that shiny object syndrome, we end up actually like distracting ourselves instead of really focusing on the things that work. Business is not complicated. It's really easy. What do we need to do? We're in sales. We're in sales. We need to talk to people. It doesn't matter how you do that. You also are owning a business that people trust for advice about their finances, right? That's a really big trust. And so it's very important that you are safe, trustworthy, and consistent. And how you show that is up to you as well, right? So when we need to talk to people, we can talk to people anywhere. We can meet them in live networking. We can talk to them on social. We can DM them. We can call random realtors in our neighborhood. It doesn't matter what you do, but you've got to talk to people somehow. And the consistency piece, it comes from something that you do regularly. Are you a regular shower up at a networking event or at a volunteer club? Are you somebody who shows up regularly online? Do you send out regular emails? Are you dependable? Like you call every realtor every Monday, right? Like whatever it is, it does not matter. There are a million different ways to do this business, and they all work if you're consistent at them. They all work if you're consistent at them. So you pick what you love, you pick what is sustainable for you to do over and over again, and then you just keep doing that thing. Maybe you adjust it and augment it over time. Maybe it changes a little as you go. But for the most part, you just stick to being consistent and talking to people, and your business will thrive. Something that I thought was super cool. So I get the Arnold Schwarzenegger newsletter most mornings. And there was a really great section this week about being trend proof, right? And so he talked about bodybuilding, right? So Arnold Schwarzenegger's the king of bodybuilding. And he talked about how he got there. And you know what he said? I'm going to read this to you. Uh, the only way to do this, right, to conquer greatness of bodybuilding was this: ignoring distractions, focusing on fundamentals, and showing up rep after rep, day after day, year after year to build something so solid that no one could ever tear down. That was powerful, right? Right? What did he do? He says, I've been doing many of the same core exercises since I was 15 years old. The reason is simple: hard work works, consistency works. You don't build greatness on shaky foundations built on trends and flash. You build it on rock solid foundation that you and only you achieve through nothing but shortcuts, only through consistency. People have been sold a bogus lie for too long that there is a shortcut. You don't need any shortcuts or distractions. You need discipline. You need to show up every day, and you need your foundation, right? Amazing. I love this guy, right? And so you think about your your business like Arnold's body, right? What do we need to do? What is the foundation of your business? And again, it can be anything you want. But there has to be a foundation, and it has to be solid. And the only way to build that is by building a consistency, right? What did I do consistently? Since the very beginning, I posted videos online. Back when Facebook was a thing, before Instagram, we posted videos online. If you go back in YouTube, you'll probably see like terrible, terrible old videos of me talking about mortgages. But I kept doing it, and I kept getting better at it. But I consistently was dependable, honest, and I showed up for people sharing information that they may have not heard before, right? I was sharing freely, I was trustworthy, and I was always there. And that is the foundation that built our business. It really is. Other people I know have never been online. They build their consistency through phone calls, through in-person networking. Maybe they are in a real estate office and they just show up every day and talk to people. Lots of people have built it on email, right? Having an email list and consistently emailing out useful information like what Arnold sends me, right? It does not matter how you build this business, but the foundation matters. And if we live in a world where we get distracted and we change directions too much, then what happens is you end up with a shaky foundation. And and that is difficult for people to trust you with probably the biggest financial transaction of their lives. So if we want to build a business, we just need to pick a couple things and consistently do them and build that rock solid foundation that no one can ever knock down or pick apart. So get out there and do it. I'd love to hear in the comments what's the foundation of your business because they're all different, they all work, and I would love to see how people have built.